If you have suffered an illness or injury that involves a hospital stay and are required to participate with inpatient skilled rehabilitation to return home, I want to share with you what managed care plans are looking for when you need to receive services in a skilled nursing facility. Thank you for being here. I'm Lucy Arnold, and I have provided rehabilitative services in skilled rehab and home health care for the past 10 years. And you need to know what is expected of you to avoid getting cut from services, whether you are able to return home or not. Stay tuned. Welcome back, YouTube. What I have found is that many admissions into skilled nursing usually occur on a Friday afternoon, likely due to hospitals attempting to clear beds for weekends and holidays. Skilled nursing facilities have the most staff during the day, say 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. That leaves evenings and weekends with the least number of staff. So arriving in those time periods can be trying, to say the least. I know when they woo you in the hospital to come to their facility, they promise you the world and tell you how great it really is. You really need to check their truths at medicare.gov, where you can compare facilities and view any complaints and findings of state interventions. I will leave a link in the description. A nurse will process your admission, and this does entail a full body inspection. I know this can be invasive, as they are to check every crack and crevice. The reason for this being no one wants to be liable for open wounds or bed sores that may have occurred at another facility. Within 24 hours of admission, you are required to be evaluated by physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, social worker, and possibly a dietitian. Each one of these can take an hour or more. Once all the paperwork is completed and all your diagnoses are entered into the computer system, known as the minimum data set, this determines how many minutes each therapy discipline will see you for rehab. These minutes are calculated by an logarithm of the average time the average person with your condition needs to return home. I really want to stress the word average, as in my opinion, most people who need inpatient skilled rehab are not average. And since the influx of baby boomers and the patient-driven payment model, the amount of time you receive is very lean, so you need to make the most of your rehabilitative time. Next, there is usually a conference scheduled around 48 hours after admission where your interdisciplinary team, someone from each of nursing, occupational, physical, or speech, or all three, depending on the involvement, usually a social worker and anyone else necessary to your recovery, meets with you and your family members or caregivers if you wish. This usually takes around 15 minutes or so and involves the multitude of people I mentioned. Now keep in mind that as far as therapy is concerned, all of this is billable time towards your insurance and eats away at the time you can receive hands-on. Now here's the key to what managed plans are looking for: progress. That means you need to participate in all these evaluations within the first 24 hours. You may be tired, cranky, and irritable with so many people wanting you to demonstrate what you are able to do when all you really want to do is sleep. You may have a roommate or someone in another room close by that may be hard of hearing or just prefers to keep the TV blaring at a high volume. Or another patient may have their days and nights confused or just confused, agitated, or behavioral. You're likely in a strange or uncomfortable bed, causing you to miss a good night's rest. If you are receiving pain medication, which can be limited due to the concern for opioid dependence, that's another story in itself. That and the pain will cause you to tire. But you must fight through it because the insurance companies do not want to pay for you to sleep. After anywhere from 72 hours to 5 days, your managed plan will submit a request for progress. Like you already don't have enough on your plate. Your insurance wants to see that magic word, progress. Now, if you have been taken aback by all these comings and goings, your progress or lack thereof will be submitted to your insurance company. You also will be exposed to group therapy time, where one therapist can treat up to 6 patients. That's a lot of people. When I can bill my transport time on your bill, as well as most facilities do not have a person to transport to maximize your time and potential for progress. Keep in mind, these facilities are in business and capitalize on people. As an occupational therapy assistant, I can assist people with their activities of daily living, which is likely why you are in rehab due to the need for extensive assistance for basic care, such as using the bathroom, dressing your upper or lower body, being able to shower. One of the most abused uses of time, in my professional opinion, is the use of a therapist every day for all your basic care. Patients will not enlist the help of an aide, as they may just want to sleep. For the most part, many of the aides are happy to let sleeping bears lie. Who wants to wake someone who has the potential to unleash their anger at them? Managed care is looking for any excuse to cut your benefits and maximize their profits. Lack of progress, lack of participation, you name it. The insurance companies hide behind a cloak of case management personnel, which the case management companies are usually owned by the insurance company. During research for my book, I have found that insurance companies are placing the blame on skilled nursing facilities for ending restorative efforts too soon. But rest assured, skilled nursing facilities want you to stay as long as possible to maximize the income stream they're receiving from your stay. Once your managed care terminates your benefits, even if you are not able to return to your prior level of function, you are given a 48-hour notice of non-covered benefits. You can appeal this notice, but generally they may extend it only 2 to 3 days, requiring you to again appeal. Managed care plans generally begin to want a patient discharged within 1 to 2 weeks, regardless of the level of assistance required to return home. If you are not able to return home, you are obligated to private pay for room and board, which can be upwards of $8,000 a month for just room and board. Food's not that good. This does not include therapy services. You may be able to use your Part B Medicare benefits for continued rehabilitation, and with the need for pre-authorization, another avenue to limit money paid out by insurance, you may only receive a dozen visits. I hope you have found some value in this information. Please leave me a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. I know this is a lot to take in and not information that is readily available or that professionals really want to expose. I believe it's easier to understand when you aren't in the middle of it, although you may not even look for it until you are in the middle of an incident. Best of luck and God bless.